everybody at home. I'm your friendly Felton librarian Jackie, and I'm here with Mr. Bear. Hello. To do another story for bedtime with you. Welcome. Are you ready for bed? No, they're not. They're ready for a story time, Mr. Bear. All right. Let's do our story time, but first we're going to do our welcome song. Can we clap, everybody, and say hello? Okay, clap, clap, clap. All right, Mr. Bear, sit over here. Clap, everybody, and say hello. Clap, everybody, and say hello. Clap, everybody, and say hello, no matter what the weather. And it's been a sunny summer day. All right, now can we stomp our feet? Let's see you stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Good job. All right. Stomp, everybody, and say hello. Stomp, everybody, and say hello. Stomp, everybody, and say hello, no matter what the weather. Good. Now let's stretch. I like to stretch before I go to bed and also when I wake up in the morning. How high can you stretch? Touch the sky. Yeah. All right, let's stretch, everybody, and say hello. Stretch, everybody, and say hello. Stretch, everybody, and say hello. Stretch, everybody, and say hello, no matter what the weather. Good. All right, everybody, gather everybody around. Let's have a fun time this evening as we get ready for bed and have a story for bedtime. Now, for the adults in the room, the competencies that we're covering today in the Common Core Standards is social, emotional development, social interaction, relationships, history, and social science, self and society. So, did you know that July 30th is International Friendship Day? It is. It's true. Who is your best friend? Maybe you have a few. Or maybe you are just starting to make friends. Have you ever had trouble making new friends? I'm going to read you a story about a little boy who finds making friends kind of hard. But you know what? There is a friend out there for everyone. Let's read about a little boy named Henry in A Friend for Henry. Now, if you want to read a book, let's clap your hands. Are you ready? Let's go. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, have a listen, take a look. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. Now, this is A Friend for Henry by Jen Bailey, who put the words in the book. She's the author. And then it's illustrated by Mika Song. Mika put the pictures in the book. They're the illustrator. Let's take a look. This is published by Chronicle Books and read with their permission. A Friend for Henry. And what do we see here? What's that? And who's that? It's a fishbowl. Maybe that's Henry's friend. There's a goldfish there. In classroom 6, second left down the hall, Henry was looking for a friend. Where's Henry? I think that's Henry right there. He's looking around. He's looking for a friend. It couldn't be Gilly, who circled her fishbowl. She's quiet, thought Henry, but she can't play on the swings. No, fish can't play on swings. It couldn't be Mrs. Magoon, who knew about hugs. She shares, thought Henry, but she has to. Could it be someone else in classroom 6? Look at all these kids. Could they be a friend for Henry? Let's find out. In art class, Vivian shared Henry's double easel. Vivian was a kaleidoscope, a tangle of colors. She had ribbons and clackety shoes. She knew every pony song. Her fingernails were painted like rainbows. Do you see her fingernails? When I get paint on my fingers, Henry said, I wash it off. Vivian waved her hands too close to Henry's face. Too close. My mommy painted them. Aren't they pretty? I don't think he likes having her fingers wiggled in his face. Would you like that? Painting on people is against the rules, said Henry. Did your mommy get in trouble? No. Henry lowered his voice. Did you get angry? Why should I? That's what she's asking. Why should I? Asked Vivian. But Vivian was very angry later. He ruined them. Oh, what's that she's holding? Her shoes? It looks like maybe Henry painted them. She likes rainbows, Henry explained, and he thought, a friend would say thank you. Why doesn't she like that? Well, maybe it's okay to get paint on your nails and ask, right? You should always ask before touching somebody's stuff, right? She probably didn't want paint on her shoes, but Henry didn't know. He thought he was doing something helpful and kind. Reading time was Henry's favorite. My friend will like it too. It was Henry's turn to put out the carpet squares. He tucked the blue ones next to the brown ones. You see the blue ones? So count the blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue ones. And how many brown ones? 1, 2, 3, 4 brown ones. And then he put the green in the very middle. All the edges met and the corners fit perfectly. Reading time, shouted Samuel, my favorite. Samuel was a thunderstorm, booming and crashing. He was kind of scary if you didn't have your blanket. He could pick up crayons with his toes and do proper somersaults. Henry stepped in front of Samuel. Somersaults are hard. Samuel dodged past. I want a green one. Wait. Henry's throat felt tight. They're perfect. He didn't want the carpet squares messed up. There they are. Mine's a magic carpet from a genie's lamp, said Samuel. It's not. Henry's face was hot. It's from Rug World. There's the sticker. See the sticker? It says Rug World. Who was right? Could they both be right? I think so. Up, up and away, magic carpet. Booming and crashing, Henry's fingers curled closed. A friend listens! Did Henry get mad? Yeah, he didn't feel like he was being listened to. Henry, Mrs. Magoon knelt in front of him. Sit with me, please. Henry did, but he couldn't see the pictures, and his carpet square was brown. I'm guessing he did not want the brown one. Maybe he wanted that green one. During snack time, Jaden took 3 crackers instead of 2. Can you see? There's Jaden. There's 3 crackers. And then Henry has only 2. At recess, Riley dug up worms and let them use the swings. What do you think Henry thought of that? What would you think of if somebody putting worms and dirt on the swings? It could be fun, or maybe it could be messy. Different people feel differently about different situations and things. That's okay. At free time, Henry's hope for a friend felt small. He watched the sunlight play along Gilly's scales. He could watch Gilly for a long time. Where's Gilly? There's Gilly. Katie watched too. Where's Katie? There she is. Katie smelled like strawberry milk. She reads storybooks all by herself. She slid down the big slide, sometimes backwards. The big slide is too big, said Henry. It is a big slide. Look at it. Ooh. Gilly floated past. She's shimmery, said Katie. But she doesn't blink, said Henry. What does she do? She burps pebbles, Henry thought, and breathes underwater and turns sunshine into colors. Henry hunched into his sweatshirt. Fish things, he said. Katie bent to have a closer look. What is she thinking? She says, I like her. Henry tried not to blink. Want to play blocks? Sure. They're going to play blocks. Do you think Henry's found a friend? Let's find out. I don't like triangles, said Henry. I don't like broccoli, said Katie. Together they built a tower. It had rectangles, cylinders, and squares, but no triangles or broccoli. Sounds like they are getting along really well. It's perfect, said Henry. Thank you, said Katie. The next day, they played on the swings, and Katie went down the big slide. Henry waited at the bottom for his friend. What's the look on his face say to us? What's he feeling? Is he happy? Yeah, he's got a smile on his face. He looks very happy. I think he's finally found a friend. What do you think? Here they are, reading together. The end. They both found a friend in each other. Isn't that wonderful? Yay. All right. Now, let's see. I'm going to teach you a word in American Sign Language. This is the word for friend. We're going to take our 2 pointer fingers and we're going to curve them kind of like a C. So they're going to bend over a little bit. And they're going to come together and they're going to hug one way. They're going to hug the other way. Can you do that? Let's try that again. 2 pointer fingers. They come together, they bend, they hug, and they hug. That means friend in American Sign Language. Good job. We're going to use that in just a second. All right. So, we're going to sing a song. This is called Make New Friends. Ready? Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, the other gold. A circle is round and it has no end. That's how long I will be your friend. Good. Shall we do that again? Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, the other gold. A circle is round and it has no end. That's how long I will be your friend. Good job, everybody. Well done. All right. What are some things that you like to do with your friends? Do you like to play games? Do you like to pretend? Have you ever pretended to go to the moon? Should we try that out? All right, let's try it. Gather your friends around, gather family around, whomever is around. Let's do this together. It's going to be fun. It's called Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. We're going to the moon. All right, astronauts, let's come. Let's go to the moon together. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Now, parents, if you have a little one, you can lift them up. Now, big kids, I want you to jump. We're going to do a countdown, okay? So when we do the countdown, we get to blast off. You're going to jump as high as you can, okay? So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Did you get to the moon? No? Okay, let's come back down. Come back down. Now, let's try far, far, far. We're going to the stars. And we're going to do that blast off again, okay? So get ready. And this time we're going to count down from 10. All right, families, get ready for this. Big kids, I want you to jump as high as you can. And families, if you have a little one, you can gently lift them. Okay? All right, let's get ready. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. If you'd like to take a trip, come aboard my rocket ship. Far, 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 we're going to the stars in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! Yes! All right, astronauts, come back down. It's time to come back down to Earth. Good job. Now, since we've been talking about the night sky, we're going to try singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And we've been learning this together, but if you're new to it, that's fine. We will learn right now. We're going to sing it with just a little bit of ASL, American Sign Language, sprinkled in there. First, we need our hands out like this, and we're going to twinkle. This is how we twinkle. Okay? All right. And then we're going to go like this. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So we take our pointers, and we're pointing up in the night sky like we're pointing up at those stars. We're going to look up, okay? Let's try that again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now wonder, or also dream, is you point towards your head and then you wiggle your pointer away. So pointer points to your head and then you squiggle it away from your head. Ready? Okay, let's do it. And then, you're going to point to the person who you're singing this to. If you're doing it at the screen, you're going to point at me. If you're singing it to a friend or family, you're going to point at them. That means you. Okay? Let's try it out. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now we're going to put the stars in the sky, up above the world so high. And then we're going to stick our pointer up, pinch the other fingers together, and this is a D in sign language. We're going to grab our other hand, and we're going to look for this ring finger, which is next to our little finger, our pinky, and we're going to take this, and we're going to put the D for diamond on our finger like we're putting a ring on it, okay? Diamond, all right? So it's going to be diamond, and then in the sky, and we open up the sky like that, okay? All right. Let's put that together. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. All right? Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Ready to twinkle again? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job. Give yourselves a hand. Now, I usually do Now We Rise Up as our goodbye song, but let's try a different one today since we're celebrating Friendship Day. And we're going to sing The More We Get Together, okay? The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Because my friends are your friends and your friends are my friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, great. Now, how about the more we read together? Okay? Now, put your hands together, and then we're going to open up our books just like that. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. We'll read big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. All right, everybody, good night, and I'll see you next time for our stories for bedtime. Make sure you have your pajamas on. You wish everybody a good night. Brush your teeth before you go to bed, and sweet dreams. Visit us at www.santacruzpl.org for more fabulous programs, things to read, and things to do. See you next time. Bye, friends.